Aloha and welcome back again. In this episode we're gonna snorkel at a famous murder site where one of the most famous explorers of the world was killed.
Aloha! Today we're gonna go to the James Cook Memorial and the beach, mostly for some snorkeling hopefully. So it's a very short trail to Ka'awaloa. So it's a small hike towards the monument of Captain James Cook. So who was Captain James Cook? James Cook was the founder of Australia, who entered Botany Bay in Sydney, what is today Sydney. And he laid the groundworks for the, well, Australian colony more or less. So yeah, it's a bit of a controversial figure, I guess, depending on who you ask. And he sailed all around, Pacific and Southeast Asia and whatnot. And he also came to Hawaii, which became his resting place, because here he was killed by the natives. And that is why we are going to his monument now. So let's have a look at this little trail. Okay, in front of me are wild boars or feral pigs or whatever, so to kind of shoot them away, I guess. I guess that did the trick. Yeah, that was enough.
So let's have a quick history lesson about what happened to Captain Cook in Hawaii. Captain Cook was the first reported European to make contact with the Hawaiian Islands, the first one being Kauai. After some more exploration of the North American west coast, he came back to Big Island. Initial contact was actually quite good, but when he wanted to leave again, his mast broke and he had to come back for repairs. They needed wood for the repairs, so what they did was stole wood from a sacred Hawaiian burial ground. And as a reprisal, the Hawaiians stole one of the rowing boats. And then in revenge, Captain Cook went into town and kidnapped the king. Obviously this didn't go down well with the Hawaiians and they chased him down the beach and killed him on the spot. The Hawaiians took his body but still gave it a royal burial treatment because they still looked up to his status.
It's actually quite a long hike actually. So it's a long way down. You also have to come back up again. But yeah, I still have to get down there. So that's gonna be interesting. It's very rocky, so you definitely have to watch your step. Twisted ankle can happen anywhere. It's just common sense. Look where you're walking, not around you. Like some people, they just walk and just glance around and then, twisted ankle. Well, it's a beautiful view from here. Nice little break. Everything is just lava flow field around you. And it's beautiful. Like there it's green. There you have lava flow fields. So let's get down to the last bit. This turned out more into a big hike than I was thinking actually. I didn't really look how far it was. I just figured, well, it's gonna be, close by, but did not know this was an actual very long trail. So it's a nice bonus. So I'm almost down there. Then I actually have to start snorkeling, and I have to also go back a little bit on time because of the dogs. They're now in their pen, so can't leave them there the whole day. Well, finally we have come to the end. Over here And here's some kind of old structure. Ah, mongoose there. Another mongoose. Invasive species from India. And here we have the actual monument of Captain James Cook. So these are supposedly cannons with cannonballs. So I don't know if they're actually real. They look rather big for being cannons, but maybe. So this was erected by his countrymen in 1874. He was killed here in 1779 and he discovered Hawaii. And he paid a price for it. Right now I'm trying to find a secluded spot to start snorkeling from. And also where I just can leave my stuff without having to worry about it. That's always the biggest drawback on doing things alone. You're carrying all your stuff with you and then you want to swim. Yeah, there's nobody that can check you, of course. So check it. Well, somewhere in the scrubs around here. It's actually a very popular place here, I saw, with snorkelers. You will see it later. How many there are. Like a lot of boats that stop over here and they let people off to snorkel. But yeah, you can also just walk here, like me. Right, so where does this go? That's a spider. Spider baby. Oh.
So here we are at Kealakulua Bay, also known as one of the best diving locations in the entirety of Hawaii because it's a marine life conservation district. That means that human activity in this area, like fishing, is highly prohibited and restricted. And thanks to this protection, there are plenty of healthy coral colonies and an abundance of fish. And you can even find dolphins sleeping in the deeper parts of the bay. So there are two access points to this bay. The south side is the easy side where you can just park your car, potentially rent a kayak or join a boat or something, or you can just walk into the water straight from the beach. The downside is that you have to go a bit further and deeper to really find something worthwhile. The other side, the north side where I am, that is the better part, but the harder part to get to, because you can only get there after this long hike or with a kayak or a boat. And the interesting thing is that you're not allowed to hook your kayak on that shore for some reason, so you have to float around and then snorkel and not lose your kayak, for example. But as you can see, I just walked straight into the water and I was immediately met with all kinds of fish. So we start with the most prominent fish until now, the yellow fish called yellow tang. And they are very easy to identify because they are completely yellow. The other yellow looking fish are variations of butterfly fish, of which there are more than 10 different kinds. And here on our left side we got a dark looking fish that is a type of surgeonfish. As many of you may know, coral reefs in the world have a very hard time and they are severely threatened by bleaching. And here we have an accidental example of that. One part of it is still healthy, the other part is dead. And here I ended up floating above a school of yellow striped goatfish. I don't know why it's called a goatfish, but yeah. And they are being interrupted by a female parrotfish, also known as the red bullethead. And here I'm slowly floating towards a big rock filled with coral named lobe coral. But from all that looking downwards, you sometimes forget to look upwards, because this is a needlefish just scratching the surface. And here you have a close-up of the so-called cauliflower coral. Here we have both parrotfish, male and female. The male one is the blue bullethead, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And here, right next to the surgeonfish, we have another parrotfish called the pale nose fish, and it's a smaller version of parrotfish. But nonetheless, very beautifully colorful.
Well, I got changed again. Time to head back to the puppies, because I don't know how long they're gonna be happy in their in their cage. But this was definitely a very cool experience. I mean, it read on the sign it was one of the best places to snorkel. I can definitely understand. And definitely, if I have the chance, I should come back here. This is absolutely amazingly eye-opening for somebody that never snorkels like me. And beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, it's getting late. The water was actually getting a bit chilly for me at a certain point. You know, in the shade and everything, you feel like this cold current sometimes coming through. But yeah, this was a great day, great moment. So now quickly go back and climb all the way back again. But it's yeah, nice to warm up in the sun at least, right? So this is my little private bay over here. So if you look very carefully on this route, you can see what I think it is. I'm not an expert, but I think it's a lava tube. So have a look at this. You can see how perfectly shaped it is in the round edges. It's kind of interesting because everything around you is so, you know, rocky, uneven, unperfect, and not even perfectly connected in any way, because those lava rocks are just very brittle pieces of stone, and then you have this very smooth lava tube where this uneven mess comes from. Kind of interesting, right? It's turning into a proper workout day. It's actually quite peaceful also to walk this trail because there's nobody here now. So you only hear me and the wind, crickets and birds, and the occasional goat. And that's it. With the sun in my back, sun is setting. I should be out of here before sunset for sure, I think. And I'm gonna be pretty dead probably. Take a shower and that's it. Then I also have to work tonight. So yeah, need to definitely take a rest first. You know, when the hat is off, it's serious. Whew, with the humidity, this is really a difficult one to get back to. But we're back at the road. So now it's finally time to go back to the dogs. Yeah, definitely if the sun sets it will like leave 2 hours before or something. For sure, just to be sure and safe about it. Take enough water, take enough food and snacks, and it should be good. But it's gonna be a good walk for sure. Yeah, be prepared for that.
Well, this hike turned out to be quite intense, but very rewarding at the end to go snorkeling here. Let me know if you have been here already or would you go here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.